Have you ever wondered what happens if the Suez Canal closes permanently? If the obstacle persists, the disruption may perhaps rise and fall through the arteries of the international economy, moving the drift of oil, chemicals, apparel, iron ore and manufactured goods. About 13% of humanity's trade passes through the Suez Canal, according to Allianz, an investment firm. The container ship Ever Given, 440 meters long, 59 meters broad and riding at a vigor of 15.7 meters in the fill-up, is mystified fast, with its bows stiff into the eastern reserve of the channel and its humorless in the western bank. Photos of the vessel's bow reasonably up to the tiptoe of the canal suggest that about 50 meters of the craft are aground. Being paid at free isn't minimal and may perhaps capture several supplementary days. Faltering required isn't the only motive why crude markets enjoy being filled by the large firm by the Suez blockage. A lengthy closure will initiate evils for every humorless kind of trade, but the stream as honest as not it in the past was for grease traffic. A long-term realignment of international crude flows has seen westbound shipments from the huge Persian Gulf produce several crude shipments from the central point east to Europe tumbled to 2.1 million barrels a day in 2019 from 3.8 million barrels a day 20 existence earlier, according to BP plc figures. They went down smoothly last year, after the 10 million barrel a day output limit by members of the Regulation of Gasoline Exporting Countries and their allies, together with Russia. Plenty of great flows in the other direction from Europe to Asia. Crude shipped from the North Sea to markets in Asia is generally conceded on tankers that are also generous to pass through the canal. They make the 17,000 miles to China around the southern tip of Africa, hence this deal is unaffected by the canal's closure. According to the Suez Canal Authority, which maintains and operates the Suez Inland Waterway, 5 eras have been blocked since it opened for map reading in 1869. The original time was in 1956 after a British-French-Israeli invasion. Britain and France collaborated with Israel in mystery armed forces consultations to assume regulation of the tube from Egypt by force. Israeli Navy at that moment attacked an Egyptian isthmus in future 10 miles toward the Suez Canal, and British and French troops sooner or later at home at the happening as well. That tension next to the shipping canal, dubbed the Suez Crisis, led to the canal's closure for months. Next, Egypt enters a war with Israel and the duct is blocked for 8 years. Israel maintained the organization of the Suez Canal's east bank. Egypt, attempting to regain control, shaped a line of defense and locked down the waterway. It wasn't until June 1975, after Egypt and Israel signed a diplomatic agreement, that the tube reopened for trade. After that, there was no chief turbulence all along the river until 2004. Another distribution blocked the pore of interchange through the channel decades later, in 2004. The Tropic Brilliance, a grease tanker, got stuck fast in the waterway. For 3 days, the boat was jammed and rescuers may not free it. The convey had to be refloated, a sea that involves digging out and removing rub down from alongside and under the craft to redouble the company of hose down around the vessel and grasp it to move. The steering gear on the container boat malfunctioned, according to the Vessel Tracker, a website that tracks oceanic interchange and ships in honest time. The malfunction caused the ship to go around making a corner to its path and check the canal. Thank you for watching. Give us a like and subscribe to our channel for more.